Yo, welcome back to Brandon Smooth TV. Back at you with another review. We got Horse Power Ghost Book 2. We got episode 4 and 5, and episode 5 is the mid-season episode. Of course, we're going a little break for the holidays, and we'll be back with the rest of them. Now, as you guys know, we ended episode 4 off with Zeke basically being forced to turn himself in for the death of Professor Jabari, and it looks like, well, they didn't know yet, but of course Ramirez, who was killed. So Zeke's actually on his way to go turn himself in, and they find out that he's no longer a suspect, because we know in episode 4 they found the badge that Kane planted in Tariq's drawer at the college. Now, Brother Tate's brother, he knows about Jabari's book, and it's funny nobody else, as far as the detectives and investigators, are really looking into it, because what he did, he asked Carrie to read it since he knew Jabari's first book was about her, and he knew if he gave it to her, she could potentially connect some dots, try to figure out who they were talking about in the manuscript. So, with that, Brother Tate, I see him and Tate coming bumping heads. And I see him bumping heads because it's going to be something that Tate's going to ask his brother to do. And his brother, of course, is a police officer. He just got promoted. He's not going to want to do it, but I think he's going to end up doing something that's crooked to save his brother. Of course, this is going into Tate's show Influence, and they've literally name dropped the word influence numerous times throughout these episodes. So I'm waiting to see them kind of clash and bump heads, or to see if they could possibly stay together, since Tate would be in a position of power. So his character, I'm glad they brought him back and they gave him more to do. Now, Dante meets up with Monet, and he got a trust fund for the babies. He got a trust fund for her kids and his kid with her, Zeke. And he's saying, look, come away with me. You ain't got to sell dope no more. I'm the man. I can do this. And she's really, really giving this heavy thought. Now, with Dante, she don't know he's Mecca yet. Dante's a nice, loving guy that cares about Monet. Mecca is a homicidal maniac that will break your fingers, choke you out, or have people do terrible things to you. So when she sees the other side of Mecca, I wonder if she'll be a little more reluctant to join him, because she's keeping the idea open, but I don't think she's going to be able to do it. Now, going back to the college, Carrie does end up, Professor Sexy, she does end up actually reading the manuscript. And when she starts her canonical study class, she is in Tariq's ass. She goes in, she writes karma on the board. That ain't even a topic, and she's just going hard on him, because she's read the manuscript and she knows that Tariq is the character in the book that Jabari was writing about. That's her ex, and she's going to do whatever she can to get some retribution. So we'll see how that goes. She's almost becoming like an enemy too, but with her character just getting tossed around and sleeping with everybody, I'm glad they're giving her something to do. Have us love her, have us hate her, have us do something. We love the others. I don't know what to do. But other than that, give her character some depth. Could she possibly be killed by the end of the season? She's on my hit list of people who could potentially be killed because she's talking too much and knowing too much, just like Jabari's ass got killed. Although I just feel bad when she get killed, because goddamn, that's Professor Sexy. Now, Monet is trying to play everybody, and everybody in these episodes is playing everybody. That's how the game Power goes. She done told Tariq to basically find out who Kane's connect is, and then she's telling Kane to watch Tariq to figure out what he's doing and who he's in business with. So when you tell all these lies and you're doing all this weird stuff, it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass eventually. Now, Professor Carrie done snitched and told the goddamn cops and Lauren that the book was about Tariq. This is going to change how Lauren looks at Tariq, but she's down. I think once they got together and made it official, and they're a couple, she's going to do what she needs to help her man, even though she's a snitch and she got a Rolex with a fucking bug in her. I didn't know the police budget was that good where they can put bugs in Rolexes, but hey, it is what it is. And she's been kind of taking it off when she's talking, but now she's trying to get more information. And I think also finding out that the book was about Tariq, in the future it could sway her. We'll see. Next thing I know, Zeke come back. He's free from jail. He done dyed his hair blonde. He running around wearing pink hoodies. He looked like Gangsta-licious. Homies over hoes, homies over hoes. But no, he's like, I'm changing my life. I'm strictly basketball. I'm not messing with my family. We'll see how long that lasts. He's saying he's gonna change, but when he find out who his father is and find out who his mother is, I told you I think Monet's gonna eventually get killed by one of her kids, and I said it's gonna be Zeke, but it could be Diana. It even could be Kane's crazy ass. We don't know. Drew is gonna be one of them characters that come back with a vengeance, and I think we're gonna end up liking his story arc. They really don't give him too much to do other than babysit Zeke and have his little relationship, but he's gonna come back with a vengeance. Watch me, and he might end up turning to the real killer. We'll see. So everybody, as I said, everybody's playing everybody. Lauren is a goddamn CI. They turned Lauren into a CI, y'all. And she's just running around doing what everybody say. Look, I think her family has enough influence, and they try to say, well, look, this could mess up your record if you messing with people with drugs. I think they can pull a couple of strings. Give me a lie detector test. Give me a drug test. I don't do drugs. I'm not selling. And ain't nothing you or you can say to prove that shit. They'll try to hit her with conspiracy charges. They scared her straight. They scared her into doing this shit. So I'm rooting for Lord, but I'm like, Lord, take that watch off. Now, Lorenzo told Monet to leave. She went to go visit him. He gets a phone call. This is his wife, y'all. And he looks at her and say, look, babe, I got to take this. And she looking at him crazy like, you got to take this. You can't talk in front of me. What he don't know is Lorenzo got a court hearing soon, and that's what they were calling to let him know. Now, Tariq ended up getting Lauren's car. We was joking with him about not having a car, but hey, he got a license or something, because motherfucker, he can drive the whip. So he hops in Lauren's car. He's following Kane. And he ends up following Kane back to Mecca's house. But Mecca sees him on camera. And he actually gets beat up by Mecca's dude that got choked out in the other episode. And they talking about beat up. He got his ass whooped. A lot of Power fans was like, yay, Tariq got his ass whooped. And the reason why is he's done so much grimy shit that like he's never paid any retribution for it. So seeing him get whooped, that was motherfuckers was cheering. I was cheering. I was like, yeah. Y'all forget all the people he got killed. He got his twin sister Raina killed. He killed Ghost. He got Kanan killed and flipped on him. He he just did a lot of shit, and he always seemed to slip through the motherfucking cracks. You can't explain it. Yeah. So seeing him get beat up I hope they leave him in. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Now, Chef Killer was a killer. That Asian chef we seen back there chopping up sushi was a killer. And he sliced the goon's neck and let him bleed all over the ice and all over the expensive ass seafood. And they end up getting Tariq's phone. So I think Mecca's going to end up finding out who Tariq is, definitely before the end of the season, but probably in the next episode or two. He knows that Kane really don't like him. So he's going to use that to his advantage. You know, his ultimate goal, of course, right now we know is to get with Monet. So we'll see how that goes. Now, they convinced Lauren to put a goddamn wire on, and the police actually go through and search all the dorms. Now, when they go through and search the dorms, you know, they're looking for evidence. And when they found that badge, they have an actual case. Even though I don't know how they're going to tie this to Tariq. He just got a dead police officer's badge. I don't know if they can say he killed him, but he definitely was involved in something that happened. Now, Kane ended up going off on his mama. They had a conversation, and Kane ended up finding out, look, you got Tariq spying on me? You about to mess up the whole connection with the plug. And he asked a real serious question. He said to his mom, he said, am I your soldier or your son? She said both. She fucking said both, y'all. Look, once they find out Zeke is her son, and that's not their cousin, but their brother, all of them kids is going to resent her. Because she made them so dope. Drew could draw. He wanted to go to school for art. Diana wanted to do her own thing. Kane could have probably been molded into something else. With that much energy and Gert, he could have did a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? So when they found out that they kept Zeke safe and put them in the danger and got Drew shot and all that, they're going to turn it back on their mom. And it's going to be a split. Get to that here in a minute. Now, Monet ends up running on Tariq, and she's running back up on Tariq right before his court hearing. She locks him in the car, And she tells him, look, you got caught. I told you not to get caught. What the fuck is going on? And she said, I'm about to make you lose your sister because he had a court hearing to get custody of Yaz. So he's about to miss his court hearing. He just ended up spilling the beans on every motherfucking body. He told about Diana, spilled the goddamn money, spilled the beans on Kane, switching the product out with sugar, said Drew is still with the other dudes I don't want to be with. So he said, look, you need me because everybody lying to you, including me and all your kids. Let me out the car so I can go get my goddamn sister. And I thought she was going to punk him, but she ended up unlocking the door and letting him out. Reason being, it was the truth. So they ended up taking his grandma to court, and this motherfucker ended up getting custody. All because they found that the grandma bought some goddamn wine with the money that was supposed to be taking care of your ass. But I can't get nothing. She drinking wine. They act like she was... Well, she had a DUI. Once you start getting DUIs, you messed up. But I know people with DUIs who still got their kids. So I don't know how that shit go in New York. I think the little girl should be with grandma for this reason. She's been with grandma this whole time. And yes, sometimes your grandmas is mean. Yes, they say stuff you don't like. Yes, this and that don't matter. They're your grandma and they raised you. That's all that matters. So that was weird. That this motherfucker that just got beat up, barely got an apartment, ain't showed no renter's history or nothing, can just get the little girl. Hey, it's TV. So as I mentioned, police found the badge and they know that Ramirez was killed. And we already went over that. I'm going to get to that at the end of the episode. Now, Monet is ready to sign them goddamn papers. Them papers with the trust funds. But first, Dante wants to meet his son, which is understandable. Before they sign him, kind of let him know who he is. And she said the time probably is right for that. Now, the episode ends with your boy coming back to campus, and he gets arrested in front of everybody on campus. I'm surprised Braden didn't get arrested. But hey, he got the connection. He got the complexion, as Paul Mooney said, for the connection, for the protection. Yeah. They didn't even take him down for questioning. You have a dead police officer's badge in the dorm room and they didn't take you down for questioning. They talked to him right there on campus. He probably went to class later that day. It is what it is. But we were happy because Tariq is finally paying for his sins. He's finally paying for his sins and the shit's catching up to him. And what you put out is what you get back. So he's going to have to pay. Do I think he's going to be in jail for a long time? No. Hopefully he learned how to fight in jail. That would be good. Or he gets real focused in jail, gets a master plan, and when he come out, he's going to know exactly what he want to do. As y'all see in the picture, Ghost got locked up, and they're basically doing like a parallel for this. They wanted, even they both got locked up in suits, the orange jumpsuit, they definitely did a parallel. And then Ghost sends through the lawyer, after his death, he sends a package just in case Tariq ever got arrested for homicide. Ghost left a note to his son saying, I knew you would end up here, little nigga. He didn't, even the lawyer said, look, I hope I would never have to deliver this note, but he had to deliver it. And what's going to happen with Tariq is he's going to end up, by the end of his show, realizing it was wrong to kill Ghost. And realize he's a lot more like his father the way he moved. He's going to understand that his father tried to instill in him skills and techniques to use in life to not end up being like me. But I think by the time he realizes it, it's going to be too fucking late. And then last but not least, y'all, Daddy's home. Fucking Daddy Lorenzo's home. So they about to wreck shop. It's going to be Mecca versus Lorenzo. And it's going to be some crazy shit. This was the best episode we've had out of the season. I am kind of excited now because it's picking up. In these next episodes, people are about to die. It's going to be some more twists. And I'm very excited. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will be back at you with the next one. Peace.